Hello, how are we, folks? Hope we're all good. All nice and well and sunny today over here. Not a big surprise, really. Sort of sunny every day. Although it snowed here the other day. Came as a bit of a surprise. In case you don't know, I'm currently residing in Texas for a little bit, just for a little bit. And normal service will be resumed shortly. We'll be heading back over to the promised land over up in Northern Ireland. So now Christmas presents. Lots of people will have been bought this kind of thing, and people who oh, you like whiskey, so they buy you little whiskey gift sets. This is quite a nice one. Comes in a little actually snibs shut, which is quite nice. Opens in little 200ml bottles. It's quite nice. And in it you have Clynelish 12-year-old, Clynelish 14 and Talisker 10. And in case you're wondering, proudly says on the back of it, Diageo. Maybe should have been a bit not as rapid with that. It says on the back, Diageo. Playing with the big boys now. So yes. So this is Clynelish 14. This is their sort of standard bottling. These are actually quite nice sized bottles. You know, they make a nice little gift. Because they've even got a proper cork on them. Don't have to buy a full bottle, and you're getting a reasonable amount of it. Now, Clynelish has got a fairly strange history. It says on the front, opened in 1819. Well, yeah, it did. But then it changed to become Brora. Brora was built for blending purposes, heavily peated. It closed in 1983, and a new Clynelish distillery was built in 1968. The new Clynelish, so you had old Clynelish, new Clynelish. Old Clynelish turned to Brora. Brora shut down. New Clynelish then became the old Clynelish and took the. It's another bit of PR shenanigans. They have it on the bottle there. You see it on the bottle. It's a bit of shenanigans. It's what it is. But Highland Distillery up there, way up past the Great Glen, up over into the right, up near the coast. Now, price wise, full bottle of it, about £45 a bottle, 46%. So I assume it doesn't say on it that it's non-chill filtered, but I'm going to assume that it hasn't been chill filtered. Doesn't say on it, but at 46% you kind of suspect that it hasn't been chill filtered. 14 years of age. Let me see. A mile or so away, the Clynelish burn enters a rocky gorge and tumbles over several falls before its water is caught in a stone cistern and piped to the distillery. So it's all tumbling water and stone down into the distillery. So there you go. Roaming in the gloaming, up in the Highlands. Colour, reasonable colour. Possibly, I doubt it, but maybe a little bit of colouring in it. It's hard to know. If there is, there's a tiny little bit. Now it's 46%. Floral, really light, sweet, floral, zesty, citrus, little oranges, little easy peeler oranges. When you pull them off, the zest comes off them. Kind of that, a little bit of lemon, zest off it, but really quite light, floral, fresh. Yeah, warm and honeyed as well. So it's kind of honeyed, floral, citrus, zesty, fresh. This 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 to me isn't a winter whiskey. This is a summer whiskey. This is one that if it's warm and hot, nice, fresh, you know that it's not that it's 46%. It's going to warm you up, but it's not. It's not a sit down of an evening. This is your sort of white, sharp, Chablis type whiskey. Well, Chablis would be the sort of wine. This is it. So it's fresh and zesty. Nice body to this. Yeah, really got quite a nice body to it. On the nose, you're not getting any smoke. On the palate, it just comes in, and what it's doing, it's got nice spice balance. So it's got nutmeg, ginger, that kind of spice, oranges, nice, not overly sweet oranges. It's really sort of nice mature orange that's got body to it. Possibly a little marmalade type thing to it there too, but it's encompassed by this nice smoke that really makes it quite palatable and very, very drinkable. On the nose, really fresh. On the palate, not just so much. The palate takes that freshness away from it a little bit and sort of pulls it in. It doesn't make it overly sweet and too fresh to run away with itself. So yeah. The arrival's one thing. The actual body, once you get over the arrival of it coming in, it develops in the mouth. The finish isn't as long as you would like. It's got, and there's not a massive development there. There's vanilla, a bit of chocolate, again that citrusy ginger, orange stuff coming through, orange body. Not the zesty elements on the nose. It's not really on the body or the finish. Quite pleasant. Not blow your socks off good. It's £45 a bottle for a full bottle of it. I'm going to put a little touch of water in this. A little tiny touch of water. A little touch of water in it, just to pull it down, because it might just help with the finish a little bit. Yeah, Clynelish is well enough regarded. It wouldn't be stratospherically highly rated, and it's got a few elements to it that would remind you of a Glenmorangie or that style. But the peaty element coming in it gives it a little bit more of a complex note, and something that really makes it a little bit different. Now the water being in it has pulled down the zest in it. It's pulled down the zest in it, and not in a good way, if I'm really honest. It's brought it down and actually pulled out a little bit more spice. There's little elements of clove coming in on the nose here, which I preferred it when it was light and fresh, because it was really fresh in your face, and that water has pulled that down and not really bettered it. And now on the nose, you do get a little bit of the smoke coming through. It's actually a little bit briny as well. Normally I like a briny note, but I don't like it. I don't like it taken away from the element that I liked. The water doesn't really help this, if I'm honest. Oranges are still there, absolutely. A tiny little bit of mint coming in. The smoke still sits there, still encapsulates, encompasses round what you really like about it. If I was giving this a rating, it would be 7 out of 10. If I'm giving it a rating, I'm just giving it a rating. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Likeable, approachable enough, but I think it would fall between the cracks for a lot of people. It's not smoky enough for repeat enthusiasts. It's possibly a little bit too high in the ABV for some people who would like it really fresh and summery. So yeah, decent enough, but wouldn't go mad for it. Yeah, so Clynelish 14. Yeah, so 7 out of 10. Give it a whirl. I'd say it's £45 for 14-year-old single malt. One thing I will say, see in the States, I've been a little shocked on on what's going on the shelves. There's lots of American whiskies coming in, lots of single malts, bourbons, various aspects, including Mexican. There's world whiskies coming in that are quite close to the new world, if you like. But there's not as much Scotch as you would think. I mean, the off licenses over here, the liquor stores in the US are huge. The likes of Total Wine, it's huge. But there's much more American and domestic stuff on the shelves than there is Scotch. And one of the things that I would just say is that the Scotches, up until very recently, whiskey had to be sold in 750ml bottles as a standard. The likes of this is a slightly different thing. The 200ml is an acceptable level. But most Scotch is bottled in the UK, in Scotland, at 700ml. So a lot of it wasn't sold in the US because they have to change their whole setup to get it bottled. You know, you're bottling, either your bottling plant or someone else has to have the adaptability to do that extra 50ml. But a few months ago, the federal authorities, America's just unbelievable for red tape. Everyone thinks it's the land of free for all, you can do what you like. It's not. The amount of red tape is just ridiculous. That extra 50ml means there's not as much Scotch on the shelves as what you would think. Now they've changed that, and I would expect to see an absolute avalanche of Scotch coming here, huge amounts of it, and people getting to try an awful lot more. But the distilleries aren't getting that much bigger. I know some of them have expanded. The likes of Edredure has doubled in size. It does 2 barrels a day now. But what I'm saying is, they haven't expanded by a huge amount. And if they're getting more opportunity to come to the States, lots of people from the States are going to want to be trying all of these. And supply and demand, you could start to see prices of whiskey going like that. And it won't just be tax. So, China's now starting to want to buy lots of different whiskies. India, the middle class in India, is expanding. And the US is going to have much more opportunity to try lots and lots of more various and varied Scotches. So, who knows what's going to happen? But just be on the lookout for that, because I have a funny feeling it's coming. So, on that less than cheery note, I shall bid you farewell. Stay safe and well, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Sláinte, take care.